Stel je voor, de eerste zijde uit China. Kruiden uit Indië. Thee, rubber, suiker. Alle rijkdom van de wereld gaan we hier, in deze plaats.
For over 500 years, the lifeblood of commerce has flowed in and out of the port of Rotterdam. Today, it's on a scale and at a speed never before imagined, until now.
There is a lot at stake. We have vessels entering with dangerous cargo. We have very large container carriers. If one gets stuck in the entrance, the entire harbor is jammed. Consequences, safety-wise and economically, are immense if something goes wrong. The logistics are easy, but to make the puzzle work, that is complicated.
Making the puzzle work is a network of sensors spread across the port's 41 square miles, providing terabits of data. 200 calculations a minute. Wind, tides, currents, and visibility to help guide 130,000 ships a year and protect 468 million tons of cargo.
In my function, in my job, the security is the main thing. If we have the right data and the reliability is proven, we can predict what the situation will be 3, 4, 5 hours in advance, and we can plan with that. After careful evaluation and planning, everything is possible in Rotterdam, and that's the thing we are proud of.
The confidence to run Europe's largest port, and one company delivers all that sensor data safely, delivers all that data securely. Between the storied past and a modern efficiency the Dutch would call
Ongelooflijk.
there's a bridge. Cisco, the bridge to possible.
Man, that video is so powerful, and it sets up exactly what is going on. This big box container behind me, this is the Port of Rotterdam exhibit here at Cisco Live 2019 in Barcelona. We're going to take a dive inside the box. In fact, Steve, kind of follow me over here. So IBM Services Group has been working very, very closely with Cisco's IoT group to create a dashboard of IoT data services that are supporting the Port of Rotterdam. This is such an amazing story. The port has this fantastic, ambitious goal to drive greater efficiency, to increase revenues for clients of the port, and we're going to dive on inside right now. This is Niels back over here. Niels Vandenberg, how are you, sir? We're going to bring the camera on in here. Thanks for taking time to meet up with us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks to come in and take a look at what we're doing here.
So kind of talk us around. So we've got demos all around us, different capabilities. Sort of talk us through the story.
So what you see right here is, of course, the container, which represents both the project that we drive inside the Port of Rotterdam, is the digital transformation, as well as the transformation on logistics around shipping containers.
So tell me, first of all, about the impetus to make this particular change. What was the tipping point where the Port of Rotterdam said, that's it, we have got to transform, we've got to digitize our capabilities, not only for the benefit of the port, but for our customers as well?
Exactly. So, very good question, and I think also the real good starting point of where we got in the conversation with the Port of Rotterdam. A map here, basically, also on the port that you can see, where the port saw that they were the biggest port of the world for some time, got run over in size by the Chinese biggest port worldwide, 1 to 5. And they started to grow their port into the sea, so Maasvlaktes 1 and 2. But they saw the impossibility to grow their port more in size, so they decided to keep up with the growth in volume of goods. They needed to digital transform into a completely digital operated port. And therefore they also wanted to be a most innovative port worldwide. So that came together and they said, we put a dot on the horizon, we will be ready as a first port worldwide to host autonomous ships when they see the light of day. but we need to start our digital transformation, and that's what this project is all about.
It's really inspiring. Let's talk a little bit about the technology that is making all this possible. Again, a great collaboration between IBM capabilities, Cisco capabilities. Why don't you tell us what is actually in play in making this possible?
Exactly. So to talk about what we are really doing here today is that all of those points that you see right now are the mission critical application for the Port of Rotterdam, consisting of multiple sensors out there today. So the salinity meter inside the water, the streaming of the water, the temperature does relate. There's fresh water coming from the Alps. There's salt water coming from the sea. There's tides. There's visibility. There's wind. There's all kinds of influences that we need to calculate on to decide how to plan every 6 minutes the ship in and every 6 minutes the ship out. So it's a complex, like an airport operation to drive this port. At the same time, while this is also such an inland port inside the country, the challenge that they have in Rotterdam is that not every big ship can come in 24 hours a day. So the planning is of a crucial essence. So 72 hours prior to a ship hitting the port, they are under the control of the planning of the harbor master. This sensor network changes that planning based on, for example, environmental stuff that they want to adjust to. So can the ship be on time, choosing a later slot, but still deliver their goods at the right point in time? At the same time, due to the go or no-go momentum to come into the port, also the pilot area, where the pilots are being drop-shipped on a ship when it will maneuver into the port, makes use of this mission-critical information to decide whether a ship can come in or not. Because the reason why they need to digitize is to lower the margins that they take into account right now due to digital information, and lower their margin will be able to upgrade the amount of goods that they can get in. So 1% of lowering a margin is 1% of extra uplift of a vessel, and thus 1% extra cargo that they can take into the port.
Pretty amazing, and it's also history. So this is caching that information. So as future ships come in and out of the port of Rotterdam, they have all of this information ready to go. This is the IBM Watson capability, smart capabilities to be able to pass that information along to other pilots so that the port knows historically what is allowed in and out of the port. It's not reinventing the wheel each time, right?
No, it's not. And so basically the collaboration that we do with IBM is that our specific role is what we have always been doing, being Cisco. We transport data, right? So we extract the data there where it becomes real. In the real world, we put a sensor and we extract that data. We make it a significant data package, so we do that alongside with the OT team of the Port of Rotterdam and the Harbour Master, so we decide whether this is valid information or not. And then we transport the data and we deliver that inside the Watson platform of IBM, and that is what consisting of the dashboard. Together with Axians as a partner as well, who delivers the drivers to make knowledge out of the maybe very old sensor information into a regular data set. So there's multiple partners, and that's doing a thing that the port has been doing for a real long time into a real new system in digital transformation.
Again, such great storytelling. Yes, I really appreciate it. Congratulations on everything happening here. Make sure you come down and visit the Port of Rotterdam. Rob, back up to you in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Steve. And wow, okay, I had walked past that container now several times. I did not realize that it was our Port of Rotterdam story, which I've heard a number of things about because some of our production teams were involved in creating that awesome display of what's happening there to give that reality. But I also was not aware of just how much IoT was involved in there too. So anyway, be sure and check that stuff out online, as well as there's a lot of tweets going out on this information as we go forward. We are counting down to the big events a little bit later with the guest keynote. That's going to be a ton of fun. For now though, we're going to move on to new subjects, so stay with us. We'll be right back.